really like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
Nobody anticipated the friendship that would permanently alter women's basketball sponsorship deals. During a fierce season, two of the WNBA's most exciting players met, and something remarkable happened. From their fierce competition that rocked the sports industry, the shock that turned everything around emerged when unexpected generosity and generational wealth came together to form a relationship that may transform how female performers in professional sports encourage one another. However, what motivated the biggest star to make a move like this? How did a rivalry develop into a revolutionary coalition that are Nike execs frantically trying to change the endorsement rules? The repercussions of this startling growth poses a danger to all of our preconceived notions about athlete relationships and commercial collaborations. In recent years, Nike has transformed women's basketball endorsements. With the business making hitherto unheard-of investments in female athletes as the sport becomes more profitable and widespread recognition. The company's dedication to women's basketball has increased dramatically, along with rising viewership and fan interaction. Clark inked a record-breaking 8-year sponsorship contract. Nike is said to be worth more than $6 million, including potential for signature shoes and ownership holdings, which constitute the biggest endorsement deal ever given to a female basketball player. The significant change in how businesses regard female athletic skill is seen in this deal. Sophie Cunningham, the Phoenix Mercury's explosive guard, has made a name for herself as one of the WNBA's. Since being selected in the Arts Draft, she has been one of the most dynamic and versatile players. Her lifetime averages of jolt-r scores and stand-in rebounds per game, in addition to her defensive and three-point shooting prowess, intensity, have enabled her to contribute significantly throughout her career. The panorama of endorsements for. In contrast to male professional athletes, WNBA players have historically earned low salaries. Additional revenue from shoe-in clothing transactions as opposed to the transformative contracts that characterize men's professional basketball. Concerns are raised on how women's basketball's growing commercial success may provide doors for future significant endorsement collaborations and whether established. Clark's commercial success suggests that celebrities could utilize their influence to support other players in the league. Goes well beyond her Nike contract to include collaborations with several companies that acknowledge her exceptional ability to draw public focus on women's basketball. Her marketability has significantly changed the situation for female athlete endorsements. The Nike collaboration offers more than just instant cash rewards, but also long-term equity prospects and the creation of unique products that may bring in money throughout Clark's career and beyond. This arrangement serves as a new paradigm for how businesses handle their interactions with female athletes. With more than 2 million followers on social media, Clark gives businesses access to interested viewers who comprise both seasoned basketball enthusiasts and brand new viewers who learned the sport through her achievements in college and the workplace. She has an impact on goods sales, with Clark's jerseys and other goods continuously ranked among the best-selling items in WNBA history. Teams, the league, and corporate partners now have additional revenue streams thanks to the commercial impact of her presence. Experts in sports marketing observe that Clark's popularity, crossover, and widespread familiarity have produced leverage that was unattainable for earlier generations of women's streal basketball players. Sophie Cunningham was drafted, which would allow her to use her platform for projects that help other athletes. After a stellar collegiate career at the University of Missouri, Sir Jewel was ranked 10th overall by the Phoenix Mercury in arts handling, where she became one of the program's most prolific scorers, surpassing Arling's career point total. Throughout her WNBA career, Cunningham has grown into a dependable backup who is well known for her three-point shooting precision, bifunded Senjur Sustan's career percentage from beyond the arc code, and her readiness to make clutch shots in pivotal situations. Her adaptability enables her to successfully play both guard positions. The veteran Phoenix Mercury player has been especially helpful during postseason runs because of her capacity to score. She has made appearances in E-Bite Sister and can stretch opposition defenses with her perimeter shooting. During her 5-year WNBA career, Cunningham participated in regular season games. Her level of competition. Despite her endorsement chances, her team-first mindset has made her a darling among coaches and players. Have remained constrained in comparison to more well-known athletes who attract more commercial and media attention. The league has come to respect her basketball IQ and professional style of play. Despite the fact that her contributions don't often appear on highlight reels, she is the kind of player that championship teams respect. Or statistical summaries. In contemporary professional sports, there are more instances of established stars elevating rivals and teammates by leveraging their platforms and resources, developing cooperative strategies. Characteristics stand in contrast to conventional individual-focused competitive paradigms. The distinctive culture of the WNBA highlights. Veterans frequently mentor both rookies and established stars, fostering player empowerment and mutual support. Promoting league-wide enhancements to pay, benefits, and working conditions that all players. Social media has made it possible for gamers to communicate directly, which helps promote relationships and partnerships that transcend conventional team boundaries. Players can now assist one another's undertakings and form alliances apart from league or franchise initiatives. The growing commercial success of women's basketball has produced circumstances where high earners possess assets that may help other participants through cooperative business endeavors, mentoring, or other types of support. Sports analysts speculate that more player-to-play situations could result from elite female athletes increasing financial success. Player support that significantly raises the commercial prominence of sports as a whole, and Nike. Over the past 10 years, it has boosted its investment in women's sports in recognition of the expanding commercial potential and cultural significance of female athletes' accomplishments. The company's strategy consists collaborations with specific athletes as well as larger programs that promote the growth of women's sports. The company has made large investments as part of its dedication to women's basketball in particular. In WNBA collaborations, collegiate basketball programs, and community-based development projects aimed at increasing involvement and fan interaction at every level of the sport. Nike's approach include finding athletes who have crossover appeal, with potential for widespread recognition, then giving them tools and venues that can boost its impact beyond the conventional basketball audiences. The company's strategy for endorsing women's sports today consists of equity opportunities, distinctive product lines, and long-term collaborations that give athletes continuous revenue streams as opposed to straightforward one-time payment plans. Concerns are raised over how Nike's more funding for women's basketball could provide doors for cooperative alliances between sportsmen and whether the business may back programs that help several players at once. Professional athlete endorsement agreements now go beyond straightforward payment plans to include equity shares, chances for product development, and long-term collaborations that can generate continuous income throughout and after athletic careers. The best athlete endorsement deals benefit both parties. For athletes and brands, with athletes receiving financial stability and businesses accessing engaged audiences. Platform amplification that goes beyond athletic achievement. Women's sports sponsorships have historically undervalued in comparison to men's sports. However, viewership has recently increased, and fan interaction has given female athletes additional chances to land significant business deals. Modern endorsement arrangements frequently contain social media engagement requirements, performance bonuses, and cooperative marketing campaigns that demand athletes' active involvement in brand promotion. Partnerships. According to sports business experts, players have the most valuable endorsement ties, who can maintain trust with their primary fan base while accurately representing brand ideals, bases, and growing appeal to new audiences. Elite athletes' growing financial success has produced chances for charitable endeavors and peer support that can have a big influence on sports communities and particular professions. Professional athletes who make significant money frequently donate their funds to activities that help youth development, humanitarian causes, and other players who would not have the same financial prospects as contemporary athlete contracts and sponsorships. Financial flexibility from endorsement agreements can allow well-known celebrities to invest in other players' careers, whether through cooperative endeavors, business alliances, or direct assistance. In professional sports, athlete-to-athlete support has grown in popularity, with well-known athletes serving as mentors. Younger players and using their platforms to promote competitors and teammates who make contributions to the overall success of their sport. Concerns are raised regarding how elite female athletes' financial empowerment. Athletes may develop new strategies for teamwork and peer support that benefit entire sports communities as opposed to individual accomplishments alone. Caitlin Clark's business success signifies a new degree of financial accomplishment for female basketball players, generating chances for impact and influence that go beyond personal aspirations to possibly help other athletes and the sport as a whole. The extent of Clark's support. Agreements and business collaborations provide her access to resources that could allow for a variety of help for other participants, whether in the form of direct financial aid, commercial partnerships, or platform sharing programs. There are a number of historical examples in men's professional sports. Instances of financially affluent athletes utilizing their resources to assist rivals, teammates, and sports development programs that help larger athletic groups. The special role of being the Clark might get both resources from the highest-paid female basketball player in history, with a drive to leverage her achievements for programs that uplift other participants and increase possibilities throughout women's basketball. Point 3. According to sports economists, the concentration of financial success among a small number of great players promotes opportunities and obligations for those athletes to think about the potential benefits of their achievement. Their competitors and sports. Social media tools have significantly altered how professional athletes engage with one another, facilitating direct communication and teamwork that may result in unanticipated collaborations and endeavors for mutual assistance. Because social media content goes viral, athlete interactions. Such joint announcements can attract a lot of attention and impact that is advantageous to everyone. Participants while spreading encouraging messages about sports communities. Female athletes have been especially competent at utilizing social media to collaborate on content creation and support one another's pursuits. That highlights the personality and character that attract sponsors and fans to be women's sports. Social media conversations reveal genuine connections and support for one another. Develop positive stories about women's sports to draw in new supporters and business partners, eager to connect with uplifting, inspirational information. Concerns are raised regarding how social athletes' contacts in the media could result in real-world partnerships and whether platform influence can be used to produce real advantages for communities, sports, and individual careers. WNBA culture prioritizes veteran leadership and mentoring, with seasoned athletes frequently actively assisting new athletes on and in contrast to more individual-focused competition strategies in other sports. This cooperative approach takes place off the court. Players with experience, like as those who have collaborated with Cunningham throughout her career, are aware of the difficulties of establishing long-term careers in women's professional basketball and frequently offering advice that includes business and life skills in addition to basketball tactics. The contestants' respect for one another, who value one another's efforts to the game, might build bonds that go beyond certain teams. Loyalty and competitive tensions throughout games and seasons. In women's basketball, veteran leadership frequently involves advocacy, advocating league-wide enhancements to pay, benefits, and working conditions that are advantageous to all players instead of concentrating only on personal accomplishments and accolades. Sports observers observe that the cooperative culture in women's basketball gives well-known players the chance to use their popularity and clout to help other athletes in ways that improve the competitive and commercial quality of the overall sport. Appeal. More and more contemporary endorsement contracts have clauses pertaining to joint marketing campaigns and joint marketing chances that can help several sportsmen at once while optimizing brand awareness and interaction. The framework of Nike's collaborations with female basketball players frequently prioritizes platform growth and long-term connection building over transaction-based agreements that offer immediate promotional benefits. Coordinated endorsement programs can produce win-win situations in which well-known athletes give other athletes access to platforms and advertising possibilities, possibly increasing brand awareness while offering assistance to gamers who might not otherwise receive Comparable commercial focus. The effectiveness of joint marketing initiatives in women's sports has shown that genuine connections and support for one another frequently result in more interesting material and stronger fan relationships rather than individual-focused marketing tactics. Nike's investment strategy in women's sports are placing a greater emphasis on community development and cooperative projects that highlight the genuine connections and reciprocal assistance that define women's sports groups. The company's strategy for women's basketball collaborations involve funding programs that assist numerous athletes and advance good stories about the culture, profession, competitiveness, and communal values of women's sports. Nike frequently highlights cooperation, respect for one another, and women's basketball in their marketing campaigns, and teamwork as opposed to individual triumph alone, reflecting the true culture of professional basketball for women. The organization's long-term plan for women's sports consists of finding ways to assist athlete-led projects that exemplify the principles and character that attract mainstream viewers and business partners to women's basketball. Concerns are raised on how Nike's a cooperative strategy for marketing women's sports could open up new doors for athletes, alliances, and whether effective individual endorsements could include clauses that support other athletes in the same sport. Elite female athletes' growing financial success generates chances for innovative peer support and cooperative career development approaches that could help entire sporting communities as opposed to just individual accomplishments. The precedents being set by contemporary sportsmen may have an impact on how upcoming athletes handle their commercial success and whether resource cooperation and platform sharing become commonplace among elite athletes. The favorable reaction of fans and the media to genuine athlete relationships and support for one another indicates that collaborative projects produce beneficial engagement and business interest that is advantageous to all parties involved. In sustainable methods, the development of brand partnerships and endorsement contract structures, ASDSS, strategies may increasingly incorporate elements for community support and athlete-to-athlete collaboration. Programs that promote good stories about women's sports. Sports business analysts question whether the current era could mark a paradigm shift in the way professional athletes utilize their success and whether collaborative models may become commonplace strategies for fostering the growth of sports communities and growth of opportunities. The combination of growing commercial success, widespread recognition, and women's basketball's collaborative atmosphere fosters athlete collaborations and encourage projects that have the potential to change how professional sports careers grow and endure. The possibility for well-known celebrities to benefit others by using their platforms and resources. Athletes symbolize a special period in the history of women's sports when personal achievement may benefit the entire community. Advantages and increased opportunities. The favorable reaction of fans, media, and business partners to real relationships between athletes and cooperative projects indicate that mutual support models produce long-lasting involvement and commercial value that is advantageous to all parties involved. There are still concerns around how such collaborative projects may be designed and carried out to optimize advantages for all stakeholders, while sustaining sincere connections and competitive integrity in settings related to professional sports. The ramifications might imply that the current wave of female basketball players may set new standards for how sports community as a whole can profit from athletic achievement, to establish long-term prospects for upcoming generations of female athletes. If you're as astounded by this possibility, please enjoy this video and share your ideas in the comments section. We are a game-changing team. Do you believe that successful athletes ought to help other athletes with their resources? How crucial cooperation is versus individual success in creating long-term careers in women's athletics? We are interested in hearing your viewpoint on the potential implications of this for athlete relationships and endorsement arrangements in the future. Then click the subscribe button to ensure you don't miss our coverage of women's basketball's ongoing evolution and innovation. Click the bell. I appreciate you watching.